We're going to talk about named ranges. You can write formulas that are closer to plain English. So to do so, you'll notice I would love to come in here and type in sales minus expenses. And you notice that that fails. Let's put this here so you can see both at the same time. It fails because it doesn't know what sales and expenses are. But if you create what is called a named range, then you can easily use formulas like that. To create what is a named range, it says here, that's any cell, one cell, or a group of cells that can be given a name. How do you create the name? Well, notice that right up here is a name box. It notices that my cursor is currently in D11, so it says D11. I'm going to click here where it says sales, the $1,000, and you'll notice it says B1. I'm going to rename it, and I'm going to call that sales. Now it knows that that is sales. If I click on the 800 and then click up on the name box, I'm going to type in expenses, press enter, and now that's known as expenses. So now if I put in a formula that says sales, notice it gives me a little tip here to remind me of that, minus there it is, expenses. I can double click, press enter or control enter, and lo and behold, it has used that. So as it says over here in our cheat sheet, you can use it by using the name box that's there. Where is the name box? We saw that that was up there in the top left corner above A1. Are there any rules about naming ranges? Yes, there are. The names cannot have spaces, no commas, no colons. So if I come in here and click on the name box and I type in net space income, which is not allowed, press enter, it says, excuse me, you must enter a valid reference if you want to go to or type in, etc. So I click OK. I can, however, type in net underscore income, and now it knows that that's net income. So underscores, dashes, those are allowed. Spaces, commas, colons are not. Okay, so we've just created a named range for the sales and expenses. Here are the step-by-steps of what I just did. By the way, this Word document here, you'll get a PDF of it so you can follow along later on after the fact. Can I use column headings or row headings for the names of my named ranges? So for example, if I come over here to this budget sheet, I would like this area here to be known as May and this area to be known as March. And I don't want to have to highlight all of the cells and then type in the name that's January. That would work. And then I could come down here and say equals the sum of January, double click or tab, whatever. And there it is. But I don't want to have to do that again and again and again. So instead, we can use column headings. And to do so, you select the range. I'm going to select all of this data. And then on the data tab, the formula tab, you'll notice there is a whole defined names area. From here, I'm going to click create from selection, and I'm going to tell it that I would like the top row used as the names, and I would like the left column also used as names. Click OK, and there we go. Okay, and so that's the exercise 2 that I just did. All right. Can I rename a named range? Yeah. So you notice over here that A10 has insurance. I think that's supposed to be insurance. So I'm going to come in here and rename that. But that's only renaming the cell. If I want to rename the name that I just applied, I can go over here to what's called the name manager. And it gives me a list of all the names that I've created so far. There's insurance. And so I'm going to edit that, and I'm going to change the name of it to insurance and click OK. And then I can close, etc. So yes, can I rename it? Yes, you can using the name manager. Okay. And so then the exercise is what I just did. I renamed insurance to insurance. And now let me give you a challenge, creating a named range. Let's look at that. I'm going to go over here to the budget worksheet and using the create from selection method, create names. Well, for country, let's go over here to summary. So you notice I've got a list of countries, the sales reps, January, February, March, April, May, and I want United States, China, etc. So if I want to highlight, I want each of these to be named, and I want each of these to become a name. An easy way to do this, click anywhere in this data, Control and the asterisk will automatically highlight all the data. Now notice I did not say control number 8. The asterisk is on 8, but if you use the 8, it thinks you want the number 8. So I'm doing Control Shift 8 to give me the asterisk, highlights the data. So again, I want to create a named range from these, create from selection, top row, left column, click OK, and now these are named.